Since then, a co-worker told me about an experience he and his wife and son had last summer on a 600-acre farm along Blue River in southern Indiana near Fredericksburg. My friend is not at all interested in Bigfoot and would not take the time to write this report. Therefore, with his permission, I am submitting this report to you on his behalf. John said he took his wife and 12-year-old son out to the boss's farm for some fishing. John said we didn't catch a thing, but I think that crazy drug fiend was back there messing with us. We were fishing in the river, and right after it got dark, somebody kept throwing big rocks in the water where we were fishing, trying to scare us off. I think it was that nut that used to live on the property, or the crazy neighbor. I just couldn't get a look at him. They drove the truck to the back of the property, unloaded the four-wheelers, and drove down the hill to the stream bed and followed it to where it intersects with Blue River. They arrived about 8 p.m. They were set up in the mouth of the stream bed where it dumps into Blue River. They had lit a Coleman lantern. It had been dark for almost an hour when they heard a huge splash in the water about 150 feet upstream. They continued fishing and talking. After a minute or so, there was another big splash in the water. This time it was a lot closer. He said whatever was hitting the water was loud enough to be heard over 100 feet away. He can't see anything beyond the light projected from the lantern, so he goes to the four-wheeler to get a portable searchlight. Just then splash a third time, even closer. He shines the light around and doesn't see anything. The brush around the creek bank is pretty dense, making it difficult to see very far. His son is kind of scared now. John starts talking out loud, "All right, I guess I'm going to have to get my gun out now," as he rattles around in the tackle box. Splash, just then a fourth object hits the water even closer. He keeps trying to see where the rocks are coming from. The opposite bank is an open meadow and tree line along the bank to their left and dense woods to the right. By now they have decided to pack up and leave. Something hits the water again about 20 feet away. Finally, John said this time he saw the column of water spray up into the air about 20 feet. So then he turns the light off and listens. A minute or two passes, then splash. This time he is ready with the light and sees the spray of water from the impact about 30 feet away. At this point his son is pretty scared and ready to leave. He said it looked like something had dropped straight down out of the sky into the river. At that point they climbed on their four-wheelers and rode back to the truck.